All right, I don't think it's going to work going above ground for the subway here. I mean, I'm just going to have to get it underground again to keep going with the loop. So we might as well go underground for this. I also have a need to go underground for something else because I'm looking over here. This road is very busy, but it's usually not something I can't handle. The problem here, though, is that everybody's using the same end station. And that's going to start piling up. In fact, it already has, right? We have 3 buses waiting here, and they're using the dirt road instead of... Oh, boy. Okay, we're going to give this a priority for now so that these guys can go out of my way. And I need to delete this dirt road. Oh, stop turning into it. No. There, it's gone. All right. So now you can go that way. So I want these buses exiting the end station and going that way. Now, if they need to turn around, then by all means, go ahead and turn around. You will right here, and then you'll hopefully take this slip lane and get over there, and off you go. So that's what the bus can do, but it doesn't stop it here, and maybe that's going to help. But I think the thing that's really going to help is having an alternative route for these guys. And I'm looking at this, and I'm thinking to myself, a tunnel. A tunnel could be a really good thing to have here, right? All these green buses can then go directly to the tunnel to get out, and then they, you know, go around. If they come back this way, they can go in the tunnel. But I also think maybe, because I was going to put it here, I thought maybe the tunnel could work if I was to like place it in this area, like maybe alongside this road, right? Something like that. But then there's not a whole lot of room to put this thing. Like it can technically go somewhere, I think, but yeah, there's not a lot of room for it though. All right. And it's a little cramped. And I think maybe I can remove these guys from coming to this area entirely, these green buses, if I place it over here. So I'm looking at this area and I'm saying we need a tunnel, but I also think I want the subway to come through here too, right? So let's do the subway first so I know I'm not getting in the way. So the subway, instead of using the above ground station, which is what I was trying to use at the end of the last video, instead of using that, we're going to use the metro platform without entrance. And it's a bigger platform, but it has the advantage of being completely underground, which is nice that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this be, I think it's going to come in about, let's see what the utilities are like underneath. Okay, so we have to get out of here quick. I can't go that way. There's a tunnel there. So I'm going to have to get out of here quick. So because of that, maybe we angle it. I think we angle it to come in about like this. Looking at the utilities over on this side, pretty clear. Okay. So we're going to have this thing come in about like this instead. Now, the advantage to this, of course, is that we can place this above ground. This little section here is the only part that we have to make sure is clear because we just need a road connection, and that is it. So nothing else needs to be above ground, which is going to save us space. And that means I can have my tunnel. The downside of this is that obviously the station stays underground, right? The train never surfaces, so that means people need to go down to there. It's like going down to the subway in New York City, and you go down a whole bunch of stairs, and the subway is completely underground like that, right? Same thing here. That means that we need to tunnel out of here, though. That means that the walking paths need to tunnel out of here, and that is not necessarily an easy thing to do, especially with all these utilities and stuff. But it looks like I can get a tunnel that goes way out this way. Now, that might be wasteful, but it does get me out here to work at the food factory, and I'm seeing 400 meters is about here. So I was kind of hoping the subway, I was kind of hoping we could get people to work at the clothing shops and stuff too with this. So maybe we move this. The metro, whatever you want to call it. Subway, metro, whatever. I'm thinking instead of that, where is it? Right here. Instead of there, since we're coming at an angle anyway, maybe I can get away with bringing it over into here. Right? It just needs to have a road connection. So something like this. And if that's the case, I still think from here we can probably still get to, because there's like a gap here where there's not much utility. So if I bring the subway in underneath these two pipes, I can pretty much come in at any angle I want into here. So what I'm thinking is, as long as it lets me do it, I can maybe get it into here. And then they just walk out of here, right? So It doesn't look like it wants to let me do it, though. I might need to change how this is, which is doable. We can make that happen. So let's move this road. And then I think what I'll do is I'll put the metro without entrance. I'm going to put it right here. Probably about like this. Okay, and then we'll connect these two up, and then we can go across like this instead. And then we should be able to just like that. Yep. All right, so that gives us a subway exit here, and it should allow me to get some kind of a walking path situation that gets people from the metro over to the clothing shops. That frees up labor and potentially the fabric place too. That'd be nice. That frees up labor for these guys to, you know, walk in and make sure that the food is managed. But also, most of these guys are going to need to get to the refinery. And let me just double check the distance there on the pedestrian tunnel for this. And it needs to go, yeah, getting out there. It's looking like at a direct route, it's about 300 meters. But I just need to get the tunnel to the surface anyway. So it doesn't really matter how far away it is as long as the tunnel surfaces. We can maybe even get the tunnel to surface over here. But that's doable. The downside of having the walkways like this, though, is that your entrance and exit is at the ends, not the sides. That's a bummer because the track also has to go out the ends. So you'll have your... Wait. Oh, that's the railway. I needed something different. Metro tunnel, right? Metro tunnel, yeah. So this has to go too, right? So let's say I have this going like that and this one going like that. All right, that's cool, but you know, your tunnel for your pedestrians is going to have to cross that at some point, right? So it's going to have to be in a place where it can go above that or below that, and it's probably going to be below because there's a lot of utilities around here. But you know what? That's tomorrow Charlie's problem. That's not my problem now. That's my problem later. Yeah, I don't need to address that problem yet. All I need to know is there's a metro over here. All right, so one thing I want to do is, again, free up these buses. So I'm thinking a tunnel. And the tunnel should probably try to direct traffic away from this busy road. And there's hardly anything going on here, so I'm going to bring it down here. Now, the caveat to that is that eventually we will have cars here. That might make things more busy. And so one thing I could do is get a dedicated road that's only that, and to make sure it's only hitting the tunnel. And so if I was to do that, I would have to cross here. If I cross, maybe just cross right here. Well, I mean, they're coming down this way anyway. Maybe we use this road. I just want these buses to be able to get out of here without going through this the whole time. And I know I need to remake this. Maybe we can utilize this. That's a really long tunnel though, and it has to cross the subway. I don't want to cross the subway. I think I'm going to put it here anyway. If it's a problem, then I'll just say, well, hey, that didn't work. I don't know. We'll address it then. I guess I could probably go this way with it too. There's not a whole lot going on over here, but this is another one of those areas where, again, it's eventually going to be. So I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to go here with the idea that this will work because it'll work because all the personal cars are coming from this direction. I don't think many of the personal cars are going to come from this direction, right? They're all going to be coming from the big city. They'll be heading this direction. So if that's the case, they won't really interact with this road as much. That's my hypothesis. And so if that's the case, then these buses will be able to go here. Now, along that, I need to make sure the tunnel will actually work first. We don't have a whole lot of utilities to contend with here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And we should be able to come down. If I can't get 3, unfortunately. So I'm going to go four levels down. All right, we'll go that way because I'm going to have to wrap. And I'm thinking it's probably fine to have it come out right in the roundabout. I'm gonna deliver it right into the roundabout like this. And yeah, right here from the gas station road. Is that the better road to do it, or maybe this one? This one might be better just in case they want to go that. They're not going to want to go that way. They have a very specific route. But other vehicles can use the tunnel too, and not just the buses. That's too steep. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get it underground that way. Okay, it's going to have to be this way. We're going to go about like this. Yes, let's commit to it being here, because this gives the buses a more straight path from the direction I believe they'll go most often. All right, so right there. This. Oh, I went too far. Back up. Right here. It's still going to go over top the train tracks. All right, well, it happens. It is what it is. We're going to go this way now. I just don't want to go over top the train tracks. There we go. So drop it down. 1, 2, 3, 4. That works. Now the question is, because 4 levels here is not the same as 4 levels here. I'm starting higher, so the only question is, will these connect to each other? And the answer is yes. They will indeed. So the hypothesis here, the theory here, is that those green buses right there, and right there. I for some reason I just can't figure out where the hell to click that for high priority. My hypothesis is that the buses will now come this way, and then they'll choose to just whip right through here, and they'll pop out over here and drop them off. Then they'll come back around and come into there. But they need additional incentives, I think, to come this direction through the tunnel rather than this way, because this is a one-way road and it's not that much of a difference, I don't think, in distance. I want to give them an additional incentive, and this also makes way more sense because they're still stopping at this end station right now, so the buses are still going to go this way first. So to think that they're going to come all the way around and somehow use the tunnel on the way back, it's probably not going to happen. So we can incentivize them even further by providing them with another end station. Oh yes, another end station right over here. And if we do this in the right spot, this is fine, I think. Yes, as long as it connects. Kind of hoping it would connect on that side, but there's a walking path there. Do we need that anymore? I'm not sure we do, because we're not using the subway there anymore. I don't need that. We're gonna get rid of that. It's gone now. Well, not now, but it's going to be gone very soon. Main demo and anyone else who wants to search it. And so now the buses will come down this way. They'll turn left here, and which is unfortunate, but it's the left. It is what it is. And then they'll turn left here. It's not that busy on the left turn anyway, because this road right here doesn't really have a whole lot of traffic in this direction anyway. And then and the garbage trucks are already doing it, so you can see how easy it is. They'll come in here. That's their end station. Then they leave. All right. Now, can I fit? No idea. A repair station right here. That was the extra credit part of this assignment, is fitting a repair shop right here, which is just, I mean, there's already a repair shop here, and maybe I'll end up moving it, to be honest. That might be the solution too. I could probably just move this if I ditch both of these things and then just slide everything over, but I won't be able to do that very well unless I get it to be right up against it. I think I need the bus stop, this end station, to be right up against this thing. Oh man, like this? Is that acceptable? That could work. And then I kind of wanted it to like that, yeah. So bus has got to turn real sharp, but they'll do it. And then, can I fit the repair shop in here now? Still no. Yeah, still not quite enough room for this, unfortunately. Unless, what if, and this is a good what if we went like this? This takes up less space in this direction, but I'm still gonna need a road to cross here, and I'm not sure I have it. That one corner in the back there is just not turning green for me fast enough. Oh. Wow, that is very precise. And then we just have this road kind of do, I guess, one of these numbers. I still need this gone, don't I? Yeah, I do. I'm not sure I can fit both of these things, because if the road's coming here, then my repair station's still not going to fit there. Right, it's still going to stick out too far. Like, it fits there now, that's great, but it's not going to stay there. Maybe I can, if I come like this. Ooh, hey, tagging up on that, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I think it's just too crowded here for this to work that way, so we're not going to bother with a repair station on this one. We'll just do this the correct. We'll do this to where it works really well, and that's it. Not going to bother with all that nonsense. And we can do something like this. We can bring it all the way back here, about here. No, so indecisive. When is he going to just build it? I know, right? I'm working on it. Right there, and then like that is fine. And that keeps the buses out of the intersection anyway, so they'll have their own kind of right of way or whatever. I'll have maybe a stoplight there at some point, but all right, good. So these buses will then redirect to this one, and then they'll use the tunnel to get over here, and I think that will help with traffic. Man, I spent so much time on that. I didn't even get a chance to do all the things I wanted to do. Like, I have to monitor this. I have to babysit these guys too. I don't like babysitting the trains, but that's the way it is, man. Track builders just need babysitters all the time. It is always their fault. It is never not their fault. Get rid of this. This is completely constructed, isn't it? That's pretty fancy. Get rid of these then, so they can get down in here. And then that's not completely constructed yet. And then the track builder is now going to, the tunnel boring machine is now going to get started on that tunnel. Very cool. Okay, so I want to talk about a couple of things and put some things in progress here, or get some things going here. So, gravel train. Let's talk about gravel train. Where is my gravel train? My gravel train is stopped at the long train depot. Okay. Now, I've got some extra ones here. They're blue. They're not the right color, but they're here, and I can just use them now. So if I put them at the front, maybe that'll make it okay. I mean, it don't look good, but whatever. There's two blue ones, and then the rest of them are gray. If I need to switch them later, I'll switch them later. But for now, my gravel train needs to go do gravel things. I made it longer so it can handle 720 tons of gravel. So let's go ahead and let it do that. All right, and it can go back and start processing gravel over here because we need that. Now, I also have this office, and it has a whole bunch of concrete trucks, concrete mixers, right? Tons of them. It's just waiting for the ability to get concrete from them because I've given it projects, and we'll look at those projects in a second, but I gave it some projects to do, but it can't make anything because it doesn't have gravel. This factory sucks down the gravel so fast that this thing doesn't have it. And I kind of wish I had split that. Having these share source does sound like it's a little bit of a damper on the plan. But I think once this fills up of cement, which is about to be, I think once it fills up, we're going to be able to do a lot more work with this. And we're going to find that it's not that big of a deal. But I still need this gravel source with 2,000 tons of it to last through both of these buildings once both of them are done. And, well, to say I'm skeptical that that's going to last would be an understatement. I'm pretty sure it's not going to last. We're going to do the best we can with it, though. There's our coal train doing its thing. I'm hoping eventually what happens is this thing fills up, right? And then this thing doesn't have anything to do because this is full. And then these guys are using such a little amount of it at a time that the gravel train comes in here full with 720 tons and it just sits here and is waiting to be unloaded, right? And we end up having an extended amount of storage with this train too, to the point where when we do have to replace that cement and it uses it really quick, it just gets replaced by the train right away. So I think eventually that's going to happen. When we start shipping cement from here, though, that's when it gets a little more challenging, because shipping cement from here is what we're going to do next with this building. So this building is shut off now. I have no workers there, but I need to get the stuff out of it. Otherwise, if I try to just demolish it right now, all of this becomes mixed waste that I have to clear out. So I want to get all this stuff out of the building since it's usable resources right now anyway. So this storage has just under 1,000 tons. Great. But it's not going to get sent the extra resources that are in this tank. It's not going to send it because this does the pushing when it creates it. I don't have an elevator to do that. Over here, I do. So over here, that plan works, okay? So you can see the conveyors right here. This activates a pull force. So this will always be empty until this is full. That's not what happens with when you hook them up directly. That's not what happens. So you'll notice all the other times I have like full prefab panels in here, 108 tons in here, and this is a bad example because this is full. But if I was to look at a different example, like food, for example, would be one, right? There's room for 25 tons of food in here right now, but it's not going in there because there's nothing to push this through, right? We're pushing excess out the door, but the 25 tons of food stays here because there's nothing pulling it out, right? So I've built this to where it will be pulled out, and so this will always be empty unless there's nowhere to put it. And then this gets to fill up, and then when we end up bringing the train in and taking 300, 400, or 500 tons of cement somewhere, it will empty out of the reserve tank here first. Then this thing gets to use all of its gravel and coal to fill itself back up, and we might find that this thing kind of stays full most of the time, which is going to be great. It just takes time to get to that level of stability, but once we get there, I think it'll be a good thing. So to get this thing emptied out, I want to borrow a couple of things. First thing I'm going to borrow is the truck that's already using it. We have a truck. We have a couple of trucks, actually. That sole job is bringing coal to this building. They don't need to do that anymore. In fact, I want you to just swap your route and make it to where you were loading. Now you unload, right? That's the thing we're going to do now. So now you're just going to take the coal out of this building and put it back in the storage. The storage, which is full, and you'll wait till unloaded, so that's fine. As soon as the coal train comes in and picks it up, the trucks will empty it out. So it's going to take a little bit of time, is what I'm getting at here. But I think that, we'll check back in on it, and it'll all work out, yeah? The next thing that I need to do for this is I need to borrow a gravel truck. So I think I'm going to take pretty much any one of these gravel trucks will do. Let's take the one that's a little less efficient. There's some waiting times here. I really should think about rebuilding this to make it like this one. I really, really should. It's probably worth it. This gravel truck, what we're going to do with you is we're going to give you a new route. We're going to tell you to come here, and you're going to grab gravel out of here, and you're going to bring it over here. And you're going to wait till unloaded onto that gravel there. And we'll just delete these two stops from you as well. Okay. So we should see the gravel and the coal be brought out of here. What about the cement? I have an old cement truck that's been sitting here for nearly 20 years doing nothing. It has been not used very much at all. It is 36 years old. It has 1,100 kilometers of miles on it. Of miles, that doesn't make any sense, right? Kilometers of miles, right? It has 11 kilometers on the odometer, all right? That's crazy. To put that in perspective, this truck here is 10 years old. It's got 2,700, all right? This one here, 34 years old, but it has 2,600. So this thing is driving a lot, though. A lot of these other distribution office trucks maybe don't have as much. Like the snowplows won't have as much. But even the snowplows, they only work during the winter. They're the same age, a couple years more, but they only work during the winter. And even they have more miles, more kilometers, whatever, on the truck than this thing does. So it's been basically doing nothing this entire time. We're going to put this to work. Go ahead and grab cement out of there, and I want you to unload it right there. and wait till unloaded and go. Okay, so eventually we will see the cement make its way into the storage, and this will be empty. And when it is empty, I will get... I can't get a notification for that, can I? There's no way to get a notification for that? Huh, that's interesting. All right, well, either one, it's fine. We'll just check back in on it, and when it's empty, then we'll initiate a teardown on that. Now, oh, stop. One thing I forgot to do. So this thing is fed gravel from this belt. And so if I get a truck coming in here to grab the gravel, as I do, it's not going to matter. The belt's just going to feed it more. We don't want that. So we have to also remember to do that. Now we should see the quantity of gravel dropping in here and not being refilled, because this belt, this conveyor is set for demo. It won't function. So now it can't send it. Perfect. We're going to leave this intact, though, because I think it might be good to have it for like a train station and stuff later. We'll take a look at it. Might be able to pull gravel from that. I'm not sure why I would want to. Admittedly, I probably should just destroy it, but we'll see. What else should we do? They're still busy doing all these things. I want to do something over here too. So we have this wonderful neighborhood, lots of trees and everything. It's looking wonderful, but these people pretty much rely on the bus system. Oh, your mixed waste is full. You're really not in range of any of these? Really? That's not in range for you? Oh, I need to probably need to hook it up to something, don't I? Oh, that sucks. How about here? If I hook that up, are you in range now? I don't believe you. Well, that's a bit annoying. How about that? Looks a little weird, but how about that? Does that work for you? It does. Okay. I thought this thing was in range the entire time, but clearly mistaken. I'm going to put a couple of bins of biological waste on there too. But what I want to do for these guys, if I kind of try to stay on topic here, is I want to provide them a better way. I want to provide them something local that they can shop at. And I really do wish I had moved the fire department over here. I was saying earlier I wish that I had a pull-through station here. That's still true. But I'm not going to rebuild it for that purpose. It doesn't get used often enough to really have any benefit from that. Like, not after the fact. Like, if I go back and do it over again and I have to build one anyways, then yeah, I'd do a pull-through, but I don't need to. Anyway, the fire station, I wish it was here, because it would make more sense to put the grocery store and the clothing shop and stuff like next to each other with a warehouse in the middle. It would make more sense because of the factory connections. But for now, we're just going to have a distribution office. Go in and just feed these things, keep them going. So that's what we're going to do. And then this distribution office here is also responsible for providing this neighborhood here with stuff as we go. And it might even tackle some of the stuff that's going to be in here. We'll see. But it's just going to be basically referencing all the things in this warehouse and then going with it. And in fact, because we're going to use the warehouse, God, I just keep getting reasons to tear this road out, you know? Keep giving myself reasons to do it, but it's the way it is, man. Road cargo station. Yep, we should just put a road cargo station right here. Sure should. And then we can load from this instead, because we're going to have a lot of trucks coming in here to use this in the future, I'm willing to bet. So, okay, let's just get a dirt road. Comes out about here. And then we'll wrap it around. Let's wrap this. We'll go about there with it, and then wrap to there. Good. All right, and then we're going to go gravel to there and there. And, why not? Let's pave it. Yeah, let him do it. Go ahead. In this particular situation, because we have a road cargo station, it also means, here we go. I didn't even see this until now. It means that I can put a meat storage in here too. Oh, yeah. That's right. You know it. We got the meat now. And as long as we can line this up to where it goes into both factory connections at the same time, we're good. And now we just need to have both connections like that. Done. And now you can go. I think it'll be fine. You know what? I know it's going to be fine because I'm going to back this up a little bit. Are you going to have to take the resources away? I know you already started, but you didn't finish it. So I'm going to pull that back that far. Yeah. And then it's just a little gravel. It don't matter. It goes about here. And then the dirt road can just go from there and connect on that side. Yeah, and then you go that way. Very good. Gravel. Like that. Asphalt. Like that. Mark it. Okay. You know what? Asphalt here too. Why not? You're going to the road cargo depot. Just make it asphalt. All right. So that should help with being able to get meat delivered here as well. We have the 350 tons of meat we can deliver in this area as well. All right, so these guys need a store. I know, I'm so slow today. I'm like, I say what I'm gonna do, and then it takes me 10 minutes to get on with it. Stores for these people are gonna be here. So this grocery store, pretty straightforward, doesn't do a whole lot. If we put it right up against, we don't have to put it right up against because we can use the walking paths. They're gonna be more effective than the asphalt roads. So if I put you about, let's say here, I feel like food is significantly more important than clothing. You know, just saying. Maybe not in the winter time, but other than that, I think so. And so we're going to say that the warehouse, the reason why I make this remark, the warehouse is going to be hooked up to the grocery store for the food. Ooh, hey, look at this. Hey there. Can we make that happen? We can connect on that side. Can I connect? Aha! I can indeed. Yep, like that. Mm-hmm. This guy's just like surrounded by walking paths. My property. What about my property? You live in a communist nation, all right? You don't have property. All right. Property is for the people, okay? It's not for you. It's for the people. It's for the good of society. Have you ever seen or heard of game theory? Huh? What do you want this individualistic decisions for, huh? It's always better as a collective. Prisoner's dilemma and all that, right? Let's go with small shopping center. Could have been used because it has food and everything. But I'm wondering, actually, maybe. Can I use this instead? I didn't think I had the room for it, but I don't have the room for it. Yeah, I don't have the room for it. That would have been nice, though. I could put it over here, but then I don't have the warehouse anyway. The goal was to place this in a location where it had a warehouse, which is why I want the fire station to be over there. Maybe I should just move the fire station. Should I just move the fire station? I should, right? I think that's like a long-term decision it's a better long-term decision to just move the fire station, I think. So I think that's what we're going to do. Take this fire station right here. Wee little fire station. We're going to put you right here. Yep. Let's go ahead and make this a big project. And then we'll let this one stay in service until this is built, of course. And then we'll just move the vehicles over and demolish this and get it out of the way, and then we'll have the store. At least I hope we'll have the store. Maybe by then all these walking paths and stuff will be done too. I don't know. It's possible. We'll see how it goes. Helicopters, can you help? Yes, please do. And then that is high priority. Yep. And so is that. All right. Traffic jam. Where's this at? Holy moly. What? Why? What? I've never seen it this bad before. What happened? How did this happen? This has to be like a stalled vehicle thing, right? I don't know. I have never seen this direction get bad before. But yeah, something happened that caused this place to slow down to a crawl. Whoa, you're backed up all the way past waste. I have no idea how that happened. It looks like it might work itself out, I think. We'll touch base with that in a second. I wanted to show other things too. We this year is the first year, of course, that we are now farming the extra crops that we've got going on here. And I've also opened this up to allowing a road to go this way. I may change that because it looks a little weird sticking out like this, but we're going to have more crops anyway, so it won't look super weird later. And this looks weird, not being lined up with this road. I'm going to change that so that it is lined up with this road, because right now it's kind of leaning towards getting closer and closer to this highway, and I don't want that to be a thing. That pump jack doesn't matter. I don't know why this building would have an electricity problem. Well, you only get power from the wind. I still don't have another power source here for you. I feel like I should fix that. Oh, I also disconnected something over here and I never put it back. Yeah. I disconnected this one. And I never put it back. That's my bad. I did this right before I started recording. It's the only reason I remember. So I think I want. You only need 104. This end station's actually done now. And I don't think anything new is really going to pop up in your range. So you only need 104. I'm going to give you 1.5, but I don't think you even need it. And I can go here. Oh, it's cheaper just to go underground at this point. Yeah, we'll just go 145 then. For real. You gots to be kidding me. Video game. Be reasonable, video game. You're not being... Well, the problem is that this wire comes in right on top of that. All right, you know what? Screw it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it the really inefficient way. We're going to come from this side. No? Nothing? You're really not going to let me have this, are you? Fine. We'll do it this way. Silly. All right, connect that up. Still want to see how my tunnel does, but I don't know why this happened. I really got to examine this now to figure out how that's even possible. I mean, I got slip lanes in here and everything, and the only place I don't have a slip lane is on this side. And I actually wanted to put that in today too, but we have a lot of these electrical, a lot of poles and stuff in the way, and I got to find a way to just kind of slip around them. So if I get rid of this road, I need to go in and make a slip lane. I want this to be far back too. That's the problem, is that there's just no way to... There's no way to get a meaningful slip lane through here. Maybe from here? Maybe I can go, yeah, out like this. Come on. It's like all these power poles. I got to get rid of them. I got to redo all of it. Maybe if we start from the other side, it'll work. We start from this side instead. But it's one of those things where it's like, okay, you're here, now where are you going? And I don't have an answer for that, man. You'd think I'd be able to fit through these two poles here, but then you get the waypoint in the way, and I can't connect to it. So I got to get rid of the waypoint. Maybe if I get rid of just the sign itself, maybe that'll do it. I need it to be on the right lane, though. Yeah, it's not allowing me to connect that. And I don't want it to be nearby. Like, I don't want the slip lane to start here. That's defeats the purpose. I want it to start back here so that all these guys who are turning right, they get out of the way right away. They don't linger. So I'm gonna have to delete some of these power poles, cut power someplace in order to actually do this. We're gonna say this pole to this pole is gone. I think if I start the slip lane back here, it's okay. Do I want to delete all of these? Do I really need to do that? Maybe it's just these two. I can just go around this one. Screw it. We'll just delete these. Get rid of all these, and then let's get these three out of the way as well. We're gonna disconnect a whole bunch of stuff here and try to cope with this. Try to get this cleaned up. Yeah. So there's a bunch of stuff to demolish. I'll be right back. I'm gonna let it run for a little bit. All right, so the slip lane is complete. I think it's looking pretty good. And I'm taking this opportunity. You can see there's still construction crews out this way. I'm taking this opportunity to upgrade some lines. Now, I just now got this little replacement line done, so that's nice. But the white poles that were in my way before, the ones that look like this, well, that was coming from this switch. And it sends power all the way out this way to here. And that was 1.5 all the way out this way. And I said, you know what? Since it's getting disconnected anyway, this is my chance to just upgrade this line since it's already disconnected anyway. So we're doing that. And then also, we're disconnecting it all the way out to here too. So they're almost done demolishing this. They've been working on the power poles alongside the road there. And this thing needs 1.7 at its max. And I haven't been able to give it that because it's, you know, it's the 1.5. That's been connected to it. So we're going to connect up a 235 just like this now that this is done. Ooh, did it just finish? That was quick. Yeah, you guys really, when you get on the site, you get it done real fast. I like it. So once they're done picking up the waste right there, we're going to go in and add the bigger voltages, the bigger wattages, yeah, whatever. We're going to go in here and add some additional power. Now I'm going to ride this line here because I might want some slip lanes and stuff through here. I don't know how busy it's going to get eventually, but I might want something like that. And if I do, then it'd be nice if these power poles were out of the way. So I'm just going to kind of keep them away like that. All right. So it's going to be all the way over here and then comes on over. And now I can easily support the 1.7 that this place needs to keep this stuff operational all the time. Now, they've never worked at full blast yet, so they haven't been shut down or anything. But it would, again, it'd be nice to be able to one day have the slaughterhouse working at full capacity. I think that would be one day a very nice thing to be able to do. Each one of these has, wait a minute, are you guys, no, I didn't set that up that way, did I? No, you're only unloaded. So you're just evenly distributing these things. That's interesting. Instead of filling one up, you are actually evenly distributing them amongst these two things. Very cool. I didn't realize you guys would do that, but I like it. Cool. I mean, I just figured you just, I don't know, indiscriminately do it, but it turns out it's great. There's a little slip lane right here just for people who are coming this way. And then I kind of want to pave this as well. It's October. Opposite of the real world, I actually like to do a lot of my road construction in the wintertime. And because there's not as much usage of the roads. Like all this stuff over here, which we still have, you know, some traffic issues over here with the farm vehicles. I'm still working on distributing these guys. And I need to get some of these trucks to start going somewhere else. What I think is happening here is I have these offices kind of too close together, maybe. Like what I mean by that is there are offices that are all over here and they are all going to this one. So they all kind of take the same path. That makes sense. To where I should try to separate them a little bit more. But I thought I've already done a pretty good job of like distributing these guys and separating them. So this one here drops off stuff here, which is that's a pretty good path. And you generally are going to be good with that if you're not sure which fields you're doing here. You're doing all the medium fields that are right in this area. Yeah, so like you should go there. It's a shorter drive. You really should be there. This one here, being right across the road from this probably isn't the greatest idea. And honestly, this thing itself is probably not the greatest idea, but I'm still using it for now. I need to get offices and stuff that are a little bit better here. How about this one? You're doing all of these and you end up dropping off the stuff over here. So, I mean, that's a pretty far drive, but it does keep you out of this area, I think, generally. That's pretty good. Also, personal cars are a thing now, right? And they are on the same roads as the farms. So that's something that can also slow things down a bit. I'm going to make sure that goes like that. So what I've done here to help with that, I don't see the signs, though. No personal cars. Yeah, okay. So I've made it to where no personal cars are allowed to go this direction. All right, they're allowed to come from this direction, but not go this direction because a lot of the farm vehicles and trucks and stuff go this way. So I'm trying to keep them off that. And then likewise, they're not allowed to go this direction from this side. And then I have these signs, which removes restrictions. So basically no personal cars are allowed to exist right here at all. Unless you're going that way. Yeah. So in other words, I'm trying to promote personal cars using this road because this is the road where we collect from the medium fields, and that's pretty quick. And once that's done, trucks don't even go in here anymore. Looks like most of them are just coming in here for fuel. I had no idea that this would be this busy of a traffic stop here for fuel. That's crazy. I need more fuel delivery in this area. That's the other thing I need to do. I need to deliver fuel to this area a little bit better because all these things are getting refueled by the trucks way over here. It's like you have to take the trucks all the way this way. You're already in the truck madness. You don't need to add more trucks to this. So what I'm going to do is I've got a fuel unloader and loader right here to drop off fuel. And we're going to connect it to the rail network, get it out here with the train, and make that happen. Now, the question, though, becomes two things, really. Can the rail get there reasonably? And also, where is the rail going to go other than this? Because I think the rail needs to come this way, through here. So if I'm making an intersection, it should share it with something else, another project maybe. So we should have this intersection go, I think, that way. Like so. All right, so if it goes this way, and it will then go between, the pump jacks and stuff. So I would need to get rid of this road. Or at least, change how the road crosses to allow this rail to do this. and I would want it to come in. Man, maybe we take it this way. You know, maybe we do a hard right here instead. That would actually fit the intersection a little bit better if we did that. If we do something like this instead. Actually, I like this more because, again, we're going to have a town right here. Well, the town is going to be here. Not here. We could always go around this into the town. It might be better than doing what I was about to do. I'm going to have that be the case. I'm going to deviate from my previous plans, and we're going to go this way. I don't have anything like pre-planned out for this area. It's not like Charlemagne's North where I've got the roads already done and laid out, but and I don't have it all done yet, and that's why I haven't started building it yet, because I have to make sure that it fits with everything else we're doing. But this is cool. We'll have this happen. All right, and then because this can happen, oh, can I help you? What? Is there something wrong with you? like, what's the matter here? What's going on? Do I have a zit? What are you giving me? You giving me such a headache for here? What's going on? Okay, that apparently is just borked. It just does not want to work. I don't want to do it there, but I'm going to. I don't like staggering them like that. I like them nice and clean, but yeah, can you just connect to that? What the hell? Oh, are you? Oh, I see what happened there. This isn't. Oh no, this is not an electric rail. Well, I mean, hey, you might as well, right? I guess we're making this segment electric. Might as well. Just this segment, though. I really didn't want to do the rest of this electric until I was making good electrical components yet. Like, I really didn't want to do that until then. But this little segment here, just to keep that job. Oh, I didn't even change the job. Oh, I didn't even change the job. It's still a small job. Now I can't back out of this one. Oh, son of a bee. That's just the son of a bee, you know? I want there to be a way to get into this with the same intersection is what I'm hoping for. So I'm going to come through. I guess it'd be about like this, wouldn't it? Between the power poles. Yeah, we need to go between those power poles. So it's going to have to be about like this, I guess. That's a really sharp turn, man. How about we come from this side? Let's try it this way. The fuel's coming from this side anyway. So I feel like the fuel train shouldn't have to wait for the intersection. Now, I feel like if you're coming in to deliver fuel, that you don't have to wait for it. You know, we just bring you around that intersection. I'm all right with that, I think. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to say that if you're a train bringing fuel... Ooh, that actually fits right around. Oh, that's awesome. If you're a train bringing fuel, then you're going to have your own little rail right here that you can run down. And so assuming the signal is here for this, we want to go our distance here, right? You know our distance around here. And so we can connect this right over like this. And now every time the train comes in to deliver fuel, that's what happens. And then we'll just go like this right in. Again, treat the whole thing as the same intersection. There we go. Mark. Okay, good. I like it. And then you have the choice of which track to go on as you get into here. And then we can do the same thing on the way out. And I have to remake these roads, so it won't be a very good thing on the way out here yet. But I guess it's not going to let me cross that road right there. But for the most part, we'll do the same thing on this side, right? And maybe the crossing should be closer. Like the fuel train's never going to be this long, right? Maybe the crossing should be closer. Because otherwise, if we have, like, for example, if there just happens to be a train in here picking up fuel and a train dropping it off at the same time, then I'm going to have a train waiting here. I don't think that's ever going to be a problem, though, man. it's never going to be a problem. And I'm never going to have a fuel train this long either. So like if there's a train that's ever going to be, yeah, I'm never going to have a train this long. So 346, I should be able to fit 2 trains on here, which is kind of the point, which is why I think the crossing should be in a different spot so that a train can queue up out off the track. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Let's just bring it like this, and we're gonna say that you at 2. Let's say at 170. We'll just put the crossing right here then. Yeah, that's fine. All right, bring this back. Bring that. Oh, not the whole thing. Well, all right, I guess that's fine. Bring it around. Might have to measure that again just to see where the 150 is, but no, I won't have to measure it because the markers are still there. Yep. So just bring the markers in like that. So now you'll come in through here, and then you'll get to this spot, and this is where you'll wait, you know, you'll wait here. And now you'll queue up on this segment, which is going to be, you know, if we had the signal be one side in there, you would be waiting about, say, here. About here. And, you know, if you're 150, then we're good. All right? Easy. All right, so that'll be where the crossing is now. And we'll have that built by the track builders. But we're going to have to feed fuel. And I'm thinking probably this is the technical service office. This is a distribution office. And I think this distribution office is going to have a few cisterns. I might just have a whole bunch of cisterns, and we'll have some other trucks and stuff too in here. But we need a fuel crew, and we also need a place for them to pick it up. So why don't we grab right... We do the fuel loading and unloading right here. Not a bad play. Something like this. No, it'd be this side. I think it's gonna be this side. No. Well, I mean, it just really, everything just depends. I think we'll make it, because I don't know where these roads are going to be yet, so that's the problem with this plan. And I don't have to build it yet, so it's fine. Like, it's not even going to matter until the rails are built anyway, so I got time to think about it for later. The snow's about to start. Look at all these trucks are just gone. Distribution office is empty in the fall. Everybody's just empty. Nobody's on this. Can the helicopters do it? Is that not an option, huh? All right, we'll bring the Zanoski office out this way then. Oh, we have these vehicles here too. And I wanted to give you an update on what they're up to, what they've been doing. Right, so we've got this extra field here, right? Plus that road that's going to come through here. And then this is, you know, not flat yet, but I've taken it back quite a bit to add these fields. And then all the way over here, this pond is only this big now. So I've been working on it. I don't know how big I want it to be. I feel like it's probably going to end up ending about here. And then it'll end about probably like in this area. So like pretty much where my mouse is where this is going to end up being. Like I'm going to leave this side alone. And then the rest of this will just be this elevation here like this. And then of course there's the town and stuff here. Their sewage and stuff gets dumped in that lake. So, yeah. All right. I think I'm good for today. Have we done enough today? I feel like we've done enough today. Just gonna make sure real quick that my signals are good here. And also right here, we need to make sure that you are yielding. There we go. And yeah, everything should flow a lot smoother through here now. I don't know about the left turn, right? That's the thing. Like, do I want to do a tunnel through here or not? Right? Hypothetically, if we did a tunnel, I mean, what would that entail? Oh, also I have to do this too, right? And I also have to do this. Well, it's a dirt path, but it's still like you to connect to the right one. That's fine. Yeah. Maybe not even there. Is there really a need to connect there at all? I guess so, because I can't cut there. I can go around. What's the point? Yeah, there's no point. Just connect there. It's fine. So that my arrows aren't broken. That's pretty much the only reason to do it, is so the arrows aren't broken. I think my traffic system is working really well, to be honest. It's just these left turns. That's it. It's the only reason they really need to use the roundabout, is if you're going straight or a left turn. And all of this knowledge that I've gathered through making all these different types of intersections, right? These, playing around with how the roads work over here and how slip lanes are functioning and whether they use them or not, left turn lanes, things like that. All of these things, I feel like I've learned so much, and we're going to put all of them into practice. Everything I've learned is going to get put into practice right here. Okay, cement plant is completely emptied out now. So I want the cement truck, which has nothing to do. You're going to go back to doing nothing. There you go. And then we have the other trucks and stuff that I have. I got to give those back. But actually, I probably should find them and give them back. Yeah, I should find these before I do this. So this one here, you guys have nothing to do, right? You have a little bit of coal on you. You don't. So this truck, this dumper right here, I think I'm just going to have you go and wait with our friend, the cement truck. And then you are where? What? Oh, are you waiting till loaded? Yeah, you don't have to do that, man. Yeah, we're good. You don't have to do that. And then you'll just go off and do that thing. Yeah. And then I think after you handle this unload, I'm going to have you come over here and do nothing. Yep. So I'll just take the cement plant stop away from you. So you'll come over there and do nothing when you're done with that. And then the final thing, the final one is that gravel truck. And the gravel truck should have nothing on them. They do not have anything on them. And then you are going to go back to doing what you were doing before, which I believe was it between this or that maybe? I think maybe it was this one. I honestly don't remember what you were doing before. And I'm not even entirely sure you're needed. But just in case you are, I'll have you load gravel from there and unload gravel there and wait till unloaded. That'll be what you do instead now. So just get rid of that and get rid of that. There we go. Okay, so with all of those trucks now repurposed and out of the way, let's go ahead and do this. That's going to lead, of course, to having lots of metal scrap, 489 tons of construction materials. All of that stuff's going to get sorted. We're gonna take our time and sort through it. We're not going to use the dynamite, and then I believe anyway we're going to need to get this to be deleted as well. So we're just going to go over to dry bulk cargo and do that as well. Make sure that is selected for our crews. Everything that's Charlevins should be on this. And when all of this is... Wow, that's fast. What? Oh, it's all the people getting off the... Yeah, the people here. They're walking out of this tunnel and they're just going right to the job site. Look at that, man. 41 people on there. And they just tore that whole building down. That was quick. There's a lot of scrap to pick up, but that was quick. All right, good. They really hated that building. They're like, good riddance, cement plant. I hate that thing, man. That place sucks. If I can tear it down, I will. They're already working on this now, too. So what we'll replace this with is a train station, basically. And it's going to have... it's just going to come into here. It's going to be situated right here. And I'm hoping... Well, the priority, the number one priority is delivering cement. If we can get the gravel, cool. If not, it doesn't matter. We have gravel over there anyway. We'll just break this down. And if we break this down, at that point, we really don't need this anymore, or do we? No, we need it for prefab panels. Never mind. We still need it. But we won't need this anymore. So if I can't connect it with a train somehow in here, and I probably can't, but just in case, I'm leaving it. And if I can't, then I'll destroy it. And we'll get the metal scrap and all that stuff over here going as well. How are we doing on scrapping, by the way? 60 tons of plastics in here. Do we not have this set to take the plastic? Have you not been told to take this plastic? This is the, what is this? The warehouse 5. So if I'm looking through my list, I don't see warehouse 5. Interesting. That is peculiar. Why am I not telling this to do this? I really should, right? I really should be telling it to get the plastic from there. But I'm out of connection points. That's the problem. I wish I had more connection points. I'll have to figure that out. Honestly, I need all the connections that are... I need all these connections. I can't get rid of any of them for this. So what I'm going to do instead for this plastic... And honestly, we don't really get enough plastic, I don't think, from much stuff anyway. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to grab... Well, first off, I'm going to check the used vehicle inventory because there might be something cool in there. Motor wagons, trolley buses, train sets. Not bad, honestly. Not bad. It's an electric one, but we can haul it in there. 288 tons. It's probably about 250, 260 tons of steel. That's 430. That's pretty good, actually. I mean, I've seen better, but again, what's the price of steel right now? Yeah, 5,100 rubles per ton. You know, that's pretty good. I'm gonna grab that, and then let's see. What was I trying to do? I need to go to over here. Come on, scroll up. I need to get the cargo cars. Nope. I always do that. Cargo wagons. Let me just get a cheap box car, honestly. Like 16, 17. Yeah, just give me this. It's 15. They're both 15. They both have the same-ish amount of stuff. Why would anybody buy this? Is it just because it's the old one? I bet that's what it is. It's just because it's old. It's more expensive and less capable. That's a little bit weird. Like it hauls less, weighs more, it costs more. One, you know, honestly, I could probably just get away with one here. I don't think there's really a reason to get 2 for this train for what I'm going to be doing with it anyway. But whatever, we'll just get 2. Like it's one of those things where it's whatever. We're going to have you. Yeah, customs house. I want to modify this so that you will grab not the hopper, but will instead grab the cargo wagon. All types. Maybe not all types. Just the box car would be good. You go grab cargo wagon. Oh, interesting. Well, that's a weird way to filter that. It doesn't give me what I need. You know what? Just bring new stuff into there. I'm fine. Whatever. Just bring all things. All cargo wagons. Whatever. I'm going to have this train. Go ahead and bring that in here. And we're just going to have a dedicated little train here. This little dude here is going to turn into just a plastic hauler. And he'll end up parking in here and just sitting in this, waiting to fill up on plastics, basically. And then when he fills up on the plastic, he'll then go and bring it all the way over here. And we'll have him drop it off into this so he can drop it off into here. 63 tons of plastic in here. And now I'm not so sure about that because I would need to increase my storage on plastics, wouldn't I? I also need to stop buying them from the border if I'm going to have a lot of them produced. But I really need to ramp this up. This thing here needs to get ramped up, and it's all about steel right now. We're continuously getting low on steel. It's a pain in the butt. You know, we just need the workers. So many workers flood in here, and then all of a sudden, boom, we get steel. But it's not very fast. It needs to be faster. So I'm looking at that too, and we're filling up on waste here too. So there's some things I need to take care of in this area, and I'm gonna look to address those things between videos. We're gonna, you know, look to maybe get the waste trucks and stuff going. Maybe I can get these things built to give it even more storage for that. But really what it comes down to is needing waste trucks. And now we have the food is ready to be delivered. The warehouse is ready to take it in. We need our distribution offices to have even more connections, which means I'm going to need another train distribution office. Yep, I'm going to need another one. And where am I going to get the resources for that? Not the resources, but the space. Like, I don't have a whole lot of space for another distribution office, but I can't afford to get rid of any of these connections. They're all good. They're all what I need. I guess if I had to start getting rid of some, it would be like maybe I'd get rid of the coal one, but then I would need a train that's going around filling it up without being distribution office. And I like the idea of just having that office take care of it. What if one fits right here? And then they could get on this track right here and they can go off and get the things that they need from this point. It wouldn't be too bad. And then they also report back on a different track. What's going on with the snow there? It was like sparkling. All right, I'm going to take care of this for now. And then if I grab a train distribution office, it's really big, so I don't think it's not going to fit here. Yeah, I'm going to have space for this thing. It might need to be like over here. I'll have to think about that too, all right? So that's what I'm going to do between videos now. I'm going to think about, you know, where this stuff can go. I need to also put that back, don't I? For the sake of repairs. Well, wherever it is, I'll find that too. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate you. I hope you guys will enjoy the rest of your day.